To mark International Women's Day this week, I wanted to take the opportunity to ask you all for your support with an issue which you are uniquely well placed to champion as leaders of professional services firms. That issue is the gender say gap. The gender say gap is a term I coined to highlight the invisibility of women and other diverse groups in just about every walk of business and public life. Women are actually disproportionately the experts in the room. We're more likely to have a degree and to work in a high status profession. You only need to look at the talent in your own organisations and joining this session to know that women have so much expertise to share. So why aren't we hearing from the female authorities? When we audited subject matter experts, women are still outnumbered 4 to 1 as keynote speakers in conferences and up to 5 to 1 in the media. I was hopeful that the legacy of movements like Me Too and Black Lives Matter would mean that we would see a continual improvement in say equality, that it was an unstoppable trend. But actually, in the wake of the global pandemic, the gender say gap has widened significantly. As COVID-19 was in large part a crisis in public health, an area where women and professionals from a Black, Asian and minority ethnic background are actually overrepresented, we might have expected to hear from a diversity of experts. But the media still turned overwhelmingly to white men as figures of medical and social authority, falling into a pattern of consulting male experts on matters of strategy and policy, and frontline female and ethnic minority contributors on the practical implications. Look out for it next time you tune into the media, and it's one of those things that once you see it, you can't unsee it. And we can't simply blame the media for this increasing gender say gap. Organisations themselves have a responsibility to provide a diversity of experts on every subject. City University's Expert Women Project found that a key driver of this widening say inequality in the UK is a lack of female ministers running departments. So if this was a FTSE 100 company, there would be outrage, for example. So journalists keen to promote diversity and keen to meet their own self-imposed diversity targets have complained that prior to last December, a remarkable 6 months of government COVID briefings were led exclusively by men. And this matters because it's not only driving a gender say gap of up to 5 to 1, which is the worst it has been in years, on flagship news programmes. But what's more important than that is that it's normalising a lack of representation of women in authority. We're simply not seeing female leaders. And not hearing from expert female and diverse leaders means we're only getting half the story, which means we face the consequences of huge gaps in information, representation and policy, which we have seen emerge in relation to COVID and its impact on women, for example. And as we seek to attract more diverse talent into sectors and roles where women and BAME professionals are underrepresented, we need to shine a brighter spotlight on the role models. So as professional services leaders, you all can play a massive role in bridging the gender say gap by providing more women and more diverse subject matter experts to ensure greater balance in the media and in conferences so that we can see those female experts as in their leadership roles. The theme of International Women's Day this week is Choose to Challenge. Your organisations are teeming with amazing professional experts on just about every subject. So I choose to challenge you to put in place a programme to nurture a talent pipeline of women and diverse spokespeople to represent your organisations. Consider who represents you. Measure your say equality and create a programme to help your diverse experts build confidence and capability with media and public speaking. If you do this, you'll be rewarded with a diversity of thinking, which feeds the innovation that we've been talking about, and also a competitive advantage for media and with conference organisers who will be keen to hear your spokespeople's voices and insights. So with your support, together we can unleash an army of female and diverse subject matter experts, and we can close the gender say gap. Thank you.